me, please. I'm begging you. Oh my God, it's not fair. When I started doing comedy, like they didn't look like Sydney, you know? We were just like, yeah, I've got a rubber chicken in my blazer, let's do it, you know? Now it's like, they're so hot. I don't know. I'm old. I feel like we ended Sex and the City just at the right time. I'm a little bit past the age of the Sex and the City women, and my friends and I are like drinking Cosmos going, what are you taking for your GERD? You know? It's not hot. Wait, was she saying Jared? Did she keep talking about a man named Jared? That's so funny. That's my husband's name, and I will be talking about that. My husband, so we are, I have kids. Does anyone have kids here? Oh my God, amazing. Thank you for getting a babysitter. Amazing. Maybe you have a parent in your life who cares. That's exciting. No, my husband and I were just potty training our 2-year-old son, which is a nightmare. Men do not know how to use their dicks, like ever. He's just talking to me while pissing. I'm like, you don't get what's happening? It's horrible. And the weekend that we decided to do it, my husband wakes up and is like, I'm so sick. Like, this is the weekend that it's like, he's gonna be pants off with us chasing him with a potty behind him the whole time, right? That's like what it is, in case you guys like are thinking about having kids, that's what it is. So I'm like chasing him around with, like, so my husband wakes up and goes, I'm so sick. And I go, okay, go back to bed, I guess. I'll watch 2 fucking kids and one is just gonna be naked, pissing everywhere, and shitting. Cool. So I do that, and I'm like aggressive. Like every time my husband comes out, he goes, can I help? I go back to bed. Like I hate him so much. I'm like laying into him, I'm making fun of him constantly, I'm putting it on social media. He had pneumonia. Which, like, whatever. What a bitch. So I did feel bad about that. I felt bad about the pneumonia, but it's like, I'm sorry, in my experience with one specific Jared and men, they're such pussies about anything medical. Like, he got a vasectomy recently. Yes, thank you. Congrats to me. And like the amount of fucking bitching he did, I was like, you know I had 2 9-pound-plus babies. Not C-section, down the freight elevator. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, you can't, and he's like, it's not a competition. I'm like, it is, bitch. Like, I just want to tell you guys a couple other things that are 9 pounds, okay? A bass guitar. 9 cans of soda. 3 toasters. 9 basketballs. 1 gallon of juice or milk. Just for you lactose intolerant peeps. A 2x4 piece of wood. A female cat. Not one of those skinny male bitch cats. 2 laptops. 3 bags of apples. I'm just like, never complain about your vasectomy again. I did that 2 times. Little bitch. But yeah, I love my husband. We were married, we were dated for a long time, we were married. I literally talked to a comic the other day and she was so cute. She was like, oh, I'm just like so in love with my boyfriend right now and I just think about him all the time and like if I don't hear from him I get really worried. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Like if I didn't hear from him for like 2 hours, I'd be like, he's dead, where's my life gonna go? And like, ever since I had a kid, it's like, I haven't thought about it one time. I've not thought about it once. I don't know what to say. I do have 2 kids. I had a girl first, whew, and then I had a boy. And when I had a boy, everybody was, for both, because I didn't find out the sex of either of my children. And people do not like when you do that. They don't like it. Everybody has like a weight bench and like a hoop skirt loaded into their Amazon cart. And they're like, I need to check out, what is it? You know? They hate, like, I had a friend that was like, I'm gonna call your doctor and pose as you. Like, it was crazy. But for a boy, everybody wants to talk about circumcision. Everybody wants to talk about, they're like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna circumcise? Are you not gonna circumcise? Are you gonna circumcise? I'm like, I don't know, I haven't met the little guy yet, but I haven't thought about what I'll be subtracting from him, but tell me, because I can feel your opinion coming at me like a fucking tsunami. Tell me what you think. And they're like, well, you have to do whatever your husband has. Whatever the dad has, you gotta do to the kid. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because they have to match? I didn't realize. I thought we could do a goofy holiday sweater. Didn't realize we had to go this far. Like, what? I was like, is there gonna be like a sword fight? Nobody can have extra inches on anyone? I don't get it. Ladies, we all remember the first time we stood next to our moms, right? We were like, matching vaginas! Ready to go! Ready to take on the world, you know? I don't want to give too much information out just like at a comedy show, but I did get fully Brazilian for both of my births. I just wanted the doctor to have a clean playing field, you know what I mean? I was like, just, clean airspace, just land it, And for a brief moment of time, my daughter and I did have matching vaginas. But now it's night and day. You can really tell. Now you can really tell. Super easy. But my son was colicky. Do you guys know about colic? Are you familiar with colic? Oh yeah, colic. I always heard about it. I thought, oh, it's like asthma. It's like jaundice. It's like whatever. It's like a disorder. No. Colic is a medical term for a baby who cries for no goddamn reason. Colic is a medical term for your baby is an asshole. Okay? A doctor takes you into a room, they open a file, and they're like, I'm so sorry. It looks like he will be trying to get off the plane first, even though he's in the back row. So sorry. Oh yeah, and the blood test actually proves that he'll be microwaving fish at the office. And we talked to a specialist, and it turns out he'll be running a blog about cancel culture. So yeah, just you have a full-blown asshole. We're so sorry. We're so sorry about it. Yeah. But I also have a daughter who is an emotional terrorist. She knows, she's just too smart. She literally, I told her one time something I was drinking out of an aluminum can was a beer, so now we're at the playground on a Saturday morning, and she's like, Mom, your beer! You forgot your beer! I'm like, bitch, it's a White Claw, stop. I'm trying to have a nice Saturday. Fuck. She's creepy too. This is her season, spooky season. Yeah, I got a creepy little 4-year-old. She makes me Google skeletons for her every day. And she does not want the safe search on. She doesn't want the Disney do. She doesn't want that. She wants archaeological digs, That's what she's into. So the other day we were Googling skeletons and we were scrolling and we saw this picture of 2 purple skeletons and they're staring up at an upside down cross and there's goo coming down on their faces. My daughter goes, oh cute, they're getting married. I was like, who taught you these heteronormative Judeo-Christian iconography? It wasn't me. But she loves it so much. She's a little bit annoying with the food, she's picky, and I'll let it go. But I was talking to a friend the other day. This is my guy friend from college, and he is I'm telling him, oh, my daughter's really picky. He doesn't eat anything. And he goes, yeah, you just give kids food and they eat it. And I was like, all right, cool. Tell me more. And he was like, yeah, we just give our kids whatever and they just eat food. And I go, okay. And I go, well, I mean, she eats some stuff. She eats mac and cheese. And he goes, oh, we do not give our kids mac and cheese. And I was like, oh, okay. Again, you're really fun. And so then I'm like, let's just move on. I go, well, your son seems so great. I love Sam. And he goes, oh, he's a nightmare. He pulls our hair. He scratches us. He bites us. He swears at us. He's a fucking nightmare. And I go, maybe a little mac and cheese then? Maybe a bite of mac and cheese would relax him. It's so insane. But my daughter is maybe a psychopath, I don't know. We gotta break the glass ceiling on serial killers, When are we gonna get there? So many men, So many men. There's been this where are my Virgos? I'm a Virgo. Where are my Virgos? Yes, my many Virgos. Yeah, everybody, we love a Virgo. We love a spreadsheet. We're organized. There was like a meme going on for a while about like all the different serial killers and what their signs are, and so many are Virgos. They're like, you're not gonna catch me. Like I've got a spreadsheet and a checklist, you know? Like they're doing things. Ted Bundy was on there. And I was thinking about Ted Bundy, because you guys like know Ted Bundy. Do you guys know Ted Bundy? You guys know Ted Bundy? Are you guys familiar? Just a serial killer in the 70s, killed like a bushel of ladies out west. And he had a girlfriend the entire time. The whole time he was out killing people, he had a loyal girlfriend at home, okay? And she was like, you know, she dated him, but she had eyes in her head, like she was seeing some weird shit. She called the police 3 separate times and was like, hi, I think my boyfriend might be the serial killer you guys are looking for. And because it was the 70s, they were like, take an aspirin, sweetheart. And hung up. And he continued to do his thing, you know. But like, you know, every time she hung up, she must have been like, well, I tried. Ted, chicken okay for dinner? But I kind of like get it. Like, I was single in New York once, you know, it's tough. It's fucking tough. She's like, not another ad in the paper, you know? Her friends are probably like, Liz, didn't you find a bunch of blunt objects in the back of his car? She's like, shut up, Maureen, your husband's no prize either. He's got that gray tooth. I have babysitters for my kids. I mean, like right now it's their dad, but you know, whatever. Like I have babysitters, but I don't like vet all of them. You know, like if they're available, I'm like, come on over. But what I do is I really am like, I hire a lot of like warm body babysitters. Like I put my kids to bed and I go, sit here and watch Netflix. If they wake up, text me. You know, that's kind of what it is. And I had a babysitter for a while who, like, I could tell she just like didn't really know kids that well, because she texted me one time and she goes, so your daughter's like kind of whining in her room, and so I knocked on the door to see if everything's okay. I go, you knocked on the door? I go, she's not a businessman with a belt around her neck. Get on in there. You're not interrupting a conference call to Beijing. Like, you can just go see what's up. But you know, we still use her, she's great. I always knew I was gonna have kids because I'm one of 6 kids. My mom is one of 14 kids. Thank you for reacting. Sometimes people don't, and I'm like, you guys know what a dumb number of kids that is? Like, that's no twins, that's the same father the whole time. That's like 14 kids, 14 single base hits. Okay, she didn't get a BOGO. My mom had twins, you know? My mom got like a buy one, get one. Not my grandmother. And I'm just like, 14, by the way, 14 kids is 2 water polo teams that could play against each other. Just imagine that. I don't know why else you would do it besides like, I need something to do, you know? Just watch sports. But like 14 kids is so psycho. I just like am so sad my grandmother passed away before mom blogs became a thing, because she would have been so good. My grandmother would have had such a good mom blog, you know? Like, how to make your 8 middle children feel special. Having a fat day, it's because you've been pregnant for 10 full years of your life. Lost one of your kids at the mall? Cut your losses. You got a baker's dozen back home. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. My daughter is like very tomboyish, which I actually kind of love. Like, I really don't want a Disney princess kind of situation going on. No offense if anyone does. It's just like, I can't afford multiple trips to Disney. Disney freaks me out. You know, he's anti-Semitic. I mean, I don't know. Allegedly. But like, yeah, I just like, I can't like with Disney adults. Like, I passed a woman the other day in an airport wearing a t-shirt that was Belle, Ariel, Jasmine, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, Cinderella in a circle, and in the center it said, Squad Goals. I was like, yikes. Number 1, just what? But number 2, these bitches don't know each other. They're from different time periods, different countries. We can't assume all hot women hang out with each other, okay? Belle is a bookworm, Ariel's illiterate. What are they talking about? Let me know. I don't think Cinderella's waking up Sleeping Beauty like, wake up, you lazy bitch, we're going to Vegas. Snow White got Coke, you know. Jasmine says we can take the carpet, but you have to drive because she has a DUI, you know. I don't think that's it. You guys have been really fun. Wow. You are the most lit crowd.